What's going on YouTube? J-Dubs here with Killers to Lovers. And if you do not know what Killers to Lovers is it started out as a blog. And on the blog is where I share my experiences and things that I've been through relating to post-traumatic stress disorder, addiction, suicide, self-limiting beliefs, and other mental health and behavioral health issues. So I wanted to create this blog to help spread awareness, to people who are struggling with these issues and those who have loved ones who are struggling with these issues. And I want to let them know that they're not alone. And that is the primary mission of Killers to Lovers, which is to share my experiences, what I've been through with you guys, in hopes that somebody may find it helpful and possibly help save your life. Before we get started today, I want to make a quick announcement. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe yet, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you can get future updates on Killers to Lovers and what I'll be posting. I kind of have a surprise for you guys as far as some new content and something that I will be releasing about the middle of next month. But I'll talk about that kind of towards the end, so stay tuned, and pretty excited about that. Today I want to talk to you guys about two different types of mindsets. We have a mindset that's killing us and keeping us stuck where we are, and then we have a mindset of exponential infinite growth. The first mindset is called the fixed mindset. And that's what a lot of us get stuck in. We get stuck in this world that, that's just who we are. This is where we're at in our life. This is where we're going to be. And this is, we're not going to go past this. This is it. A lot of your fixed mentality, you may say things like, you may be the type of person who doubts everything they do because of life experiences. And I also believe that some people are better equipped to dealing with life's problems than others. Those self-limiting beliefs I talked on in my previous videos is something that we tell ourselves that this is who we are. We get stuck in this pain, sorrow, depression, guilt, regret. And it all comes from a reason why we got to this fixed mindset. When you were a kid, you didn't want to dream of being where you're at today, unless you are. This is for those who are not where they want to be and don't know how to get there, or why everything in their life is not going as planned. And part of it is because of this fixed mindset. When you believe you can't do anything, you cannot break free from anything really, especially the chains of addiction. You just feel stuck, right, in this fixed mindset. This mindset will keep you where you are and continue knocking you off that horse you finally get saddled up on, no matter how many times you get up there. With this mindset, inevitably you'll be knocked right back off. And this will prevent you from ever changing and becoming the best possible version of yourself. And I kind of want to go over just a little bit of things as far as what I did and I'm still transitioning because I still have fixed mindset habits that, you can't just completely get rid of them overnight. And I've been going at this for about a year and a half now, and it is not easy at all. So on the flip side of that mindset is what we call the growth mindset. And that's the mindset that you want to try to achieve for. You see these people that, you look at them and they feel like they can just do anything. And they're achieving their goals, they're doing what they want with their life, and they're making impacts and making changes. And the reason is because they don't let anything stand in their way. They don't tell themselves over and over again that they're, what they're doing wrong. They're telling themselves that what they're doing right. And looking at it through a different perspective, I believe, is the key. So for me, the first thing that I had to do was you got to make the decision, right? You got to make that ultimate decision that I'm tired of where I'm at. I don't want to be here. I want to have purpose in life. Once you make that decision, then you're already on your way to not letting your past control who you are today. And for me, my very survival depended on it. It was life or death. And a lot of you, it's the same way. So step one was mindset, the decision, right? Make the decision. This is what you want, and you're serious about going after it. The second step is goals, right? You hear everybody who uses phrase, how do you eat a whole elephant one bite at a time? And it's true. How do you get sober? How do you overcome these self-limiting beliefs? How do you change your mindset? How do you quit smoking? How do you stop overeating? Other than one bite at a time. Maybe that doesn't work that way. But one less bite at a time maybe, but how do you overcome these? And it's by setting short-term goals. And what these short-term goals does for you is it sets up little victories, right? We need people that are going through addiction and any kind of substance abuse. It's really just a lifestyle. Little victories keeps you wanting to go to the next victory. So it's like losing weight, right? You want to lose, for me, my prime example is I was 375 pounds. So I set a goal. I wanted to lose 20 pounds. I wanted to get to 355. And once I achieved that goal, that motivated me to get to the next goal. To the next goal, to the next goal, to the next goal. And eventually, with support, there's other things you have to do here, but with that momentum, with that mindset, I had gained momentum into getting to where I'm at now, which is 215. I still have more that I want to lose and to get to my ideal, what I want, but it's all about goals. If I'd have said, I want to lose 160 pounds total in 1 year, right? Let's say I set myself a realistic goal for 1 year, 2 years, really, a year and a half is what it really took. But let's say 12 months, I want to lose 100 pounds. We'll just stick with that number. Okay? First month comes along. The second month comes along, I lose 10 pounds. Third month comes along. Fourth month comes along. And say I gain 5 pounds. There's no victories like of achieving something. When you actually physically write something down, lose 20 pounds. Goal number one. You reach that goal, it gives you something inside of your mind. It's a release of endorphins that, yes, makes you feel good. It's feel good. And makes you set the next one. If you set long-term goals like that, if you have, intestinal fortitude and just sheer will, like the strongest I've ever known, you could possibly do it. And a lot of people have done it that way. But in order for you to make this lifestyle change, start with little goals, not big goals. Just start with, you can set big goals like where you want to be, 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. But in between those goals is where you set your little goals. So you set I want to lose 100 pounds in 1 year. Okay, you do that, you set that goal, but then you break it up into bite sizes. The first month, I want to lose 20 pounds. Second month, 10 pounds, or whatever. And each time you reach that goal, you check it off, and it gives you a good sense of accomplishment. And that doesn't just apply to weight loss, that applies to any life-changing thing that you're trying to accomplish. And in addiction, it's the same way. Little goals. Let's start with 24 hours of sobriety. you reach that goal, boom, you mark it off. A week of sobriety, boom, you knock it off, mark it off. And I'm gonna hit 3 meetings this week, boom. If you don't make it, you don't lay in the ground, you just pick yourself back up and you move on. If you relapse, hey, it happens. But you don't let that define you or control you. Get up, dust it off, and keep moving forward. So step 2, small goals. Set these goals into bite sizes and you will accomplish that. I used in my blog here, I used a analogy about a flower, right? A flower cannot grow. I'm not talking about some kind of special flower, but just a regular sunflower. It cannot grow without, the rain or the sun. And if you keep it shaded and away from where it can get proper nutrients, it'll stay where it's at and it'll wilt and it will die. And in order for us to grow, into this new mindset, we have to nourish ourselves. We have to, get that sunshine, get that rain, and not let anything, block the nutrients from getting to us so that we can grow and thrive in this new mindset. So setting small goals, making the decision, that's going to start that progress that you need. And again, like with everything, these 2 things are not going to be enough to keep you headed down that path. As with anything, when you do something long enough, it does eventually become a habit, and that's what you want. And it becomes second nature. But the power of this habit eventually starts to lose its momentum over time. So that's why you need all these tools in place. The tools that we did have are no good, right? Because we wouldn't be where we were. I wouldn't have had to go for a rehab. I wouldn't have tried to commit suicide. I had to get rid of those tools, and I had to get new tools. These tools are all fine and dandy. Without a proper foundation, a solid plan, which is what I call my foundation, you have to have a plan, which is our 3rd step, to develop a plan of action of how you're going to achieve this new mindset. And this plan is going to have your defensive strategy as well as your offensive strategy. First, you're going to build up, of course, your defensive strategy. So on a piece of paper, write down the 5 of the topmost things that causes you to relapse. For some, is it a craving? Something you can't control? There's that urge that you have to have it. Is it boredom? Misery loves company. So being alone, isolation. You get bored, and is it the people you're hanging out with? For me, it was, I got tired of being so depressed all the time. I just wanted to have a positive feeling in my body, those endorphins that get released when you do the drugs, and instead of feeling the things that I was feeling. So you need to write those 5 things down and come up with a defense for each of those. So say you get a craving, what's your defense for that? My defense for that is I'm gonna call my best friend and tell him, hey man, I'm having a craving. Somebody that's gonna be able to talk to you, and somebody that that's gonna be able to get you through it. Replace it with an exercise. If I get cravings to drink alcohol at night, or to eat a strawberry cheesecake, I will replace it. I'll go for a run, or I'll do meditation, or I'll do breathing exercises, or I'll go boxing. I'll replace those bad habits with these good habits. Those bad influences that I used to have with good influences. Somebody that's not gonna drag me down with them. So come up with a defense strategy, right? This defense, come up with, if you have more than 5 reasons of what's causing your relapse, write them all out. And beside each one, write a defense. If you need help coming up with the defense, you can post it in the comments and I will help you come up with a defense for that craving or that reason. And then after that, we're going to go to your offense, right? In order, with any good plan, you got to have good defense, an offense as well as a good defense. Instead of waiting around for these cravings or wants or needs to come on and cause you to relapse, be proactive. Constantly keep your mind engaged, reading books, exercising. It's a defense as well as an offense. Keep your body moving towards something, right? And, part of your goal system, create this goal system where all that's included. And this plan that you're creating, your defense is going to battle those cravings and things that come up that's going to detour you from your path and your new growth mindset, the one you're trying to achieve. So with your offense, that's when you're going after it. You're making the decisions to better yourself. Being uncomfortable is a big one. You have to be uncomfortable to grow. You have to do things like you've never done before. And eventually it will make you a much better person. And it'll make you feel better. It'll make you feel alive again. And I think with me and a lot of you guys maybe, that's what you want to feel something. You want to feel alive again. You want to have some kind of purpose. And that's what I want you to have. And so start with that decision, right? Number 1, make the decision. This is what I'm going to do. I've made my mind up. Okay? Step 2, set those little bite-sized goals, right? You can set the big goals, but make sure you bite-size it. Step 3 is we're going to come up with a plan, right? We're going to come with a plan of action. We're going to list our defenses, and then we're going to list our offenses. And then once we get that, in that offense, like support groups, I know I'm backtracking, but support groups is key. Number 1 for me. My emotions could be, I look at support groups as a recovery, recharge asset, right? The weekend comes and something happens over the weekend, you get upset, and you're doing all these little training exercises and nothing you do seems to work, and you get closer to that tipping point where you start to convince yourself that it's okay to have one drink. It'll be okay. I can drink wine, right? Wine's okay for me. For me, it's not. I can't have anything that alters it. So for me to tell myself that you can have wine, then that means I'm getting close. And usually Monday, Tuesday, I'll get there, I'll go to the meeting, and it's like it recharges my batteries, right? My recovery batteries, and then I feel so much better after hearing everybody else's story and how they were struggling and what they did, and you just learn so much. So sorry to detour, but I just wanted you to know that. Mindset, all right? Growth mindset's what we're going for. Make the decision. Set goals. Milestones. Chunks. Bite at a time. Unless you're trying to lose weight, then one less bite at a time. And solid plan, defense, offense. And once you do this, it's inevitable that you're going to succeed. You're going to change that mindset to growth. You're gonna hit that first goal, and you're gonna have no choice but to feel good. And once you feel good, sit with it, journal about it. Hey, how do I feel about this? And you write it down, and then give yourself praise and affirmation. Hey, I lost 20 pounds. Hey, I went 30 days. Hey, I went 1 day. Hey, I went 30 minutes without using it, and just shower yourself with love. Don't worry if you're gonna look like an idiot telling yourself in the mirror, you are beautiful. You are amazing. I get it, but you can do it alone. The idea is to retrain your mind and to reprogram those beliefs, those core beliefs that we believe so deep down inside of us. And we want to unlock the beauty that's inside of us. It's in everybody. We've just buried it with all this shit, that we've been through. And it's time to let it out. So I love you. Thank you so much for watching this video. And just like I promised, a surprise that I'm excited about, and it's just about finished. Putting some finishing touches, some pictures and stuff. But I'm releasing a book, and it is called, you guessed it, Killers to Lovers, autobiography by Jeff West, breaking those self-limiting beliefs and how I overcome addiction. And I want to give you guys, I want to give it back, to the community, to this following, and to the amazing people that continue to show their love for my channel, and for the love that just is being sent out over social media, and the amount of people that really do care and want to help people who are struggling, and those who've been through it, and we have to stick together, being a support for each other and their families and loved ones. And for me, it's giving me purpose, and I feel that's what I was placed on here to do. I was placed on here to go through that fire of war and regret and shame and addiction and suicide. I was meant to go through that, so that I could sit here in front of you today and share with you my story in hopes that it will save somebody. And your story may save somebody too. So stay tuned. I'm going to be doing I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet as far as I'm going to give the books away. I'm thinking maybe the first 50 subscribers, something like that. But I'll make another video and I will confirm that with you in that next video. So again, thank you so much for watching. I love you. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time. See ya.